Hey everybody, it's Steve with NintendoFuse, and today we have a review of Shift Happens by developer Clonk. It's a game that originally came out on other systems in February of 2017, but in October 2018, it finally made its way to a Nintendo system on the Nintendo Switch, and today we have a full review. Now, as the press kit says, this game centers around two characters, two protagonists, Bismo and Plom, and these guys are basically bound together by an accident, and they can shift their masses between one another. So if one of them shifts sizes, the other one will do the opposite. So you can get big or small. And this is designed to be a single-player game or a co-op game between two players. And I played mostly in single-player, but you could play in two-player, and I think that'd be a great couch opportunity. Unfortunately, online co-op is not available for Switch, but it is available on the other platforms. Now, at its core, basically what you need to do is get from the beginning of a level to the end and solve puzzles by shifting your mass as you go through. Sometimes you're going to need more weight to weigh down certain switches. Sometimes you're going to need to toss each other. Sometimes you're going to need to even catch each other as you go through. Sometimes you need to jump and toss and then catch on the other side, and sometimes you're going to have to do the same thing with boxes, and essentially you need to work together with your partner or by yourself to make your way through each of these platform puzzle adventures. Along the way, you're going to learn different ways of doing things, and the game has a really cool way of showing you how to do that by just giving you a small, little simple level to learn the new mechanics, and then you'll use them in the future ones. And sometimes it's not just about using the immediate thing. You have to actually go back and know the previous mechanics that you've learned and compile them all together to pass the future levels. The game features over 40 levels that get more and more challenging as you go, and I did notice even through the first set of levels, it definitely got more and more challenging, and I found myself wondering, how in the world am I going to get through this? And it was a good level of challenge because it wasn't too difficult, but it was something that kind of challenged my brain, and I wanted to beat it. I never wanted to give up. I always wanted to beat it because I thought it was just barely within my grasp. I knew there was got to be some way that I can figure this out. When playing in single player, the controls get a little bit confusing. You're going to use the B button to jump, and that basically stays the same. The Y button is going to grab and also throw, but the confusing part comes with this. You're going to use the shoulder buttons, the ZR and ZL button, to shift your mass back and forth, but you're going to use the right analog stick to switch between your characters, and that's where the confusing thing comes in. Sometimes I found myself just hitting the wrong button and ended up dying. The good thing was that you can bring your other guy back to life by just shifting mass again, unless you're in a bad position where you just die altogether. But when you're playing with a partner in co-op, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Each player controls one character, and you just work together to beat each level. Now, as you're going to realize when you play the game, the different masses of each character have their benefits, and you're going to have to shift back and forth as the game suggests and work together with your partner or by yourself in order to beat these levels. Now, I was incredibly surprised by this game. I really didn't think I was going to like it going into it, and I was very, very pleasantly surprised. As you can probably tell, I do recommend this game, and you can pick it up on your Nintendo eShop for $14.99 on the Nintendo Switch. If you don't enjoy the puzzle platformers, maybe wait till it goes on sale, but if that is your style of game, I do recommend that you do pick it up and play it right away. Really, the only downfall is that it doesn't have the online co-op that the other systems do have, and maybe we can only hope that at some point in the future they'll add that in. I'm not holding my breath, but we'll see what happens. This is basically the first game from Clonk, and if this is any indication of what is to come, I am excited to see what else they bring. Now, if you're new to NintendoFuse, make sure you do hit that bell to be alerted by every new video that we post, and be sure to subscribe and also like this video if you enjoyed it. Also, be sure to share it with others and leave a comment. If you've played the game, we'd love to hear what you think. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.